All right. I am going to share with you this morning a tool that has been being worked on. It is a mind mapping tool, essentially. What we can do with it is take our ideas and branch them out in a visual way. My name's Andre Davis. I'm with 207 Analytics, and we're introducing products that different clients ask for to help them with their business needs, small businesses to large businesses and everything in between. Um, and this is just an example of something that is available. It's something that can be developed low cost, which is part of our MO, trying to find the leanest options to give the most value. Uh, Here is a translation of how I like to work and brainstorm. So I've always looked for a way to best mimic. I don't know if it's on my camera, but the sticky notes uh, I like to use. So especially if I have a whiteboard or a blank wall, I can write different pieces of a puzzle and arrange them easily, move them around, and make connections. If you think of the classic detective or mystery that you've got the red strings, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia has a great scene with Charlie, and uh, that's kind of how I look at the whole note sticky notes and moving them around on a whiteboard. And also with the whiteboard, you can write in between those and make comments other than just on the notes. So that's nice as opposed to putting it on a wall. So transferring that to a digital format, especially I think it was probably during COVID when we were shifted to work at home a lot, all the time. Uh, it I didn't have access to a large whiteboard in the office anymore. I was restricted to my computer really to work on, and I didn't have the physical space to do the spatial thinking that I like to do. And I looked for tools that I'm describing here, and the best I ever found was Microsoft Whiteboard, which is good and it worked. It did exactly what I described. But it, I feel like it was too clunky for me. I don't know, something about it didn't. It's not. It's useful, but it's not the most enjoyable experience. I'll find something else, some other way to organize it over doing that, unless I had to for whatever reason. So, in the whole development of tools recently, uh, this was an idea that had kind of boiled in my head, and we put this together. So, I'm just going to walk through it a little bit. The idea is to be able to take an idea, map them out, and connect them along the way. So you can see on the screen here, these are blocks, and this in between is a connector. So if you think of a process, for example, that has a starting point and an ending point, this block might represent the start, this block might represent the end. So you can look at this tool as being able to provide timeline events. Otherwise, we could look at it as a org chart. If we added another block, excuse me, down here, added another connection, we can look at it in this way where it's more of an organizational chart. So maybe this is the uh, CEO and this is the other people beneath the CEO. And then there are, say, three other people two under here, and then one under here. Connect there, connect there. Excuse me. And then you see uh, this is representing an organizational chart. And we can arrange them however we want. So we want to see it top down maybe. Maybe we want to see it bottom up instead, which can rearrange quickly. Zoom in, zoom out. And like I said, this is um, an alternative to using a sticky note board. Uh, Now we talked about all of these and having different names, or in this case, we said it was an org chart, but they all say new block, so we can change the. So what did we say? This was the CEO. Dog. Woof. And we'll say this is sales manager. Watch my posture here. And say this is the finance manager. And finance manager has a collections agent. Why not? And the sales manager has a, I'll just say sales agent. Sales agent. All right. So now we have descriptions for each of these that describe what's going on here. So let's move this around a little bit. Let's say we want to look at it this way. We'll say start from the left and go to the right. CEO, who are they? Sales manager, finance manager, sales agent, collections agent. All right. There. So let's say that now we're playing with this. We have we'll call it a business uh, infrastructure. Oh, blueprint. That sounds good. Blueprint. Print. PR. All right. So we've got a name for it. We've got it laid out how we want to have it. If I look at boards, I don't have any saved boards, but if I hit save, I look at my boards now, I've got business blueprint. All right, so what we can do with this, say we want to do more work on it or in a different way, we want to transfer this information. Rather than being able to just take a screenshot and express it that way, we can export it as CSV file, excuse me, or as a JSON. If we export it as CSV files, we'll get them in tables and it will, excuse me, it will be easy to put into a relational database. So you can start looking at the relationships that exist with it. If we export it as a JSON file, we're able to import it as, if we want, as a different file. So let's reset it all. Oops. Maybe. Refresh. I may have to go to a different, oh, there we go. All right, so a hard refresh of the page will flush everything out and you'll be able to get a brand new board. Otherwise, you'd have to delete everything. But you can see I can get the business blueprint if I load it back up. There it is. But I don't want that. Can I back? Nope, that doesn't work. So hard refresh again. All right. And so we exported that stuff to not there. All right, so this is the CSVs. These are the CSVs. So if we look at the blocks, oops, so we can see that uh, this is the block information. So it tells you what color the blocks are, what what their size is, so the width and height, uh, the ID, like I talked about. It gets it's able to be put into a relational database. The tag, you may have noticed that from each box had one at the top. Excuse me. The label and then the description. So I only put the description on the CEO, so that's the only one that shows it. Let's see what happens when we change a width or a height. So let's change the height of the CEO. That's at the far left right now, I believe. Oh, yeah, and the positions as well. So X position and Y position. So this is the layout of everything. So what were we doing? Oh yeah, so we'll change that to 140. We'll double it, and we'll save that. That's not going to do us any good, um, unless we convert this to a JSON. Um, but that's a whole other process. So I'm not going to mess with that right now. But you can see that what we can do is change the values here and then eventually convert it over. So the process would be to convert it to a JSON and then import that JSON. We could probably do it from the JSON file actually. So if I open this up, that's not, well, there we go. Ugh. There we go. Okay, so I could do it here. Who'd we say? CEO top dog. So same idea. All of these data points are stored here. And what did we say? We want to change the height of the CEO to 140. Save that. Close. Now we import JSON and business blueprint. CEO is now at a different height. So there's the customization you can do on the formatting that goes through if you want to. So we wanted to make this a different thing. We'll keep that just as is for whatever. And let's say we wanted to do more of a brainstorming on something, just kind of breaking something down, and we can keep going with this business structure. But let's look at it as an employee perspective. Maybe we look at conditions of human condition. Sure, let's get crazy. So we'll say human resource assessment. Sure. All right. So we got all these things, and if we say human resource assessment, let's just we'll add a block. We got this. So if we look at the people, we got a sales manager, a sales agent, a second sales manager, an agent, a finance manager, collections agent, and the CEO top dog. So all of these are, let's just say, humans. All right, and let's just say we're going to, as comparison, just to kind of give us some guidelines, put dog. Because the CEO says he's a top dog, but we all know he's not really a dog. He's just a human. Um, but a dog is necessarily greater than human. But all right, so if we go superficially, let's just say to start, um, legs. Humans and dogs both have legs, so we'll go legs. Just kind of strayed from the human resources thing, but um, we'll just go with what I'm thinking. Humans have legs, dogs have legs. All right, so then there's a difference of 2 legs or 4 legs. So, because humans have 4 legs and dogs have two. Gosh, oh yeah, dogs have 2 legs. Um, two, 2 legs. 4 legs. Alright, so humans have 2 legs, dogs have 4 legs, but really we're just looking at the category of legs at this point. It doesn't really matter, so we'll say legs uh, and 4 legs. 2 legs and 4 legs. So the legs have those conditions going on. And then if I'm so this is what happens when you just start brainstorming. The brain just starts going. So if we break it down, so 2 legs and 4 legs, what's the difference here? Height, I suppose, is a difference. Or not height, but eye eye line, eye line height. Um, and then we'll, oops, oh, that's fine. We'll use that. And then what else goes into legs? Or would make a difference? Actually, would we go here? Legs affect eye line height. And then we'll delete these. Um, hmm. And then we'll move these connectors. So we'll connect because they're they're based on the eye line heights based on the legs, right? So, oh, we know. So maybe at the end of the day, it's personal perspective and what you're looking at. Where we don't have a defined thing we're looking at, this is just kind of moving stuff around, and just to show you, how easy it is to move things around. Um, this just fits everything to the screen. We've already saved it, so we'll save a different one here. We can look at it again, the boards. We made the business blueprint earlier. We can go right back to that. And we'll go back over to human resource assessment. There. And then as long as you're using it in the same browser, it'll save and you can come back to it. So I can close this here and open it back up. We'll open it here first, actually, because that's where I have it. So we use this in the other Chrome account, so this won't be saved. But you'll see that this is an older one that was done, and this is more on that whole condition thing that I was talking about. So if we look at the human, how did I do this? Oh yeah, so humans start off, and their breakout is by sex or age, because that's what they start out with, either a sex or an age. And you can see here, I put more into the description, so original human classification based on sex. And then in this, I have it identified gender is sexual identity, which leads to desire. Age also leads to desire. Uh, that desire is usually security. Security is found through relationships. Personal accountability is necessary in order to uh, uh, safely navigate security in relationships, which is dependent on age, because different ages of the person that's experiencing the human existence is going to face different things regarding security in relationships. So that's another example right here. I think that covers everything that I would want to share about this. So feel free to check it out at the not so easily uh, recognizable website there, andredavisme.github.io /pipe puzzle builder.